YouTube, you saucy lot, hope you're all right. It's your boy the Blade Runner. Anyway, yesterday I did a video and I didn't realise I'd used a copyrighted song, so I basically had to do it all over again. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. It is a Southside fade. Now the Southside fade is not a haircut that we normally get in the UK, but you know, I'm always trying to expand myself, trying to make myself better. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, but yeah, it's the same one as yesterday. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. You saucy lot, it's your boy the Blade Runner, and look, it's been snowing. Happy days. Anyway, yesterday's haircut, it was a Southside fade. Yes, another one. Where does that name come from? I don't know.
Means. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
gets the people going.
Actually, I do know. One of my followers, he actually told me it comes from the southern part of Texas. Texas. That's where the name the Southside comes from. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. I put a little line in it as well. So happy days. I'm out of here. Please don't forget, do subscribe. See you later. Right then, we're going to go in with the Southside fade. Now this fade works really well on this hair type. You know, a little bit thin on the crown, a little bit patchy on top. You know, we've worked all kinds of fades on this guy's hair. We've worked like some high fades, we've worked mid fades. And you know, we're going in with the Southside. He saw this Southside on my last video and he wanted to give it a try. So yeah, off we go. So we've got the Gamma Ergos. We're going to work all the way through the top. Going to work all directions. Obviously the hair grows in all directions. You know, we tried leaving it longer on top in the past, but it just always looks a little bit patchy. You know, we could have gone down to a grade 1 to make it look more even, but I think a grade 1 would just be a little bit too short for this young man. So filming this with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. What an awesome bit of kit that is. Right, so I'm putting the first line in now. I'm going to start by the recession and we're going to go up to the crown. So think of a triangle. You've got 1 point by the recession, 1 point by the crown, and obviously the other point is down by the other side of the recession. And then what we're going to do is going to take away all the hair underneath. Going to get that as short as possible. Now, while I was doing this haircut, I could see the guy's face as if to say, like, oh my God, have we done the right thing here? But, you know, when you put this first line in, yeah, it does look a little bit aggressive. It does look a little bit crazy. But, you know, when you start softening it all down with the grades, then it makes sense. So in a second, I'm going to go in with the Wahl Finales, which is why I'm really taking this down as short as possible. If you're not taking it down short enough, what you're going to find with the Finale is, number one, it won't actually cut it down to the skin, it will miss bits, and two, because it is such an aggressive foil, you'll find that you will split the foil. So you've got to get it down as short as possible. It will just make your foils last a lot longer. So yeah, just going in with the Gamma Ergos, no guard on. So if you want a foil that just feels a lot softer, I would say go with the Brawn Series 9, but it doesn't get it quite as short as what the Wahl Finale will. I mean, this machine, it's been out a while, and you know, loads of foils have come out, and you know, one of the guys that I work with, he's got the Babyliss foil, and I just don't think it gets anywhere near as close as what this does. But yeah, you will be spending a lot of money on foils with this machine. Sometimes you'll find it will last for a couple of months or a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of days. I bought one foil and it popped literally on about the 4th haircut I did. So it's always worth, once you've got this machine, ordering a spare set of foils just in case, because if you don't spot that and you run over the person's head, all you're going to do is you're going to cut them if it's got a hole in it. Alright, got my beard brush to hand. Use the Gold FX just to line it out. So always make sure when you're doing a line out, you're actually facing your guy, either get him to turn his head or just stand in front of him. Because if you're working from the side, the line up won't be straight. Right, I've got a 0.5 on the clipper. Now I'm just going to start softening that line down. See, this is where it's different from your other fades that you do. If you're working a standard high fade, mid fade or low fade, every motion you're doing with the clippers tends to be working up. Now, when you get to the crown on anybody's hair and further in front of the crown, the hair wants to lay down forward, so you have to go against the crown. So on the sides, you're working up, and on the crown area, you start working down. So there you've got like it's like an arc motion. Right, I've just opened the clipper up, so it's just a little bit longer. It just helps me soften. So I've got no guard on. If you notice now, I've switched over from using the Gamma Ergos, using the Wahl Magic clip. I changed over pretty much from when I started fading. I just find the Magic clip is awesome for fading. What I've done with this clipper is I've actually changed it over to the Eco, the 245 Eco battery. It gives your clippers that little bit more power, and it makes the battery last a lot longer. I put a grade 1 on, now I'm pushing up on the sides. So when you're fading, it's so important, that beard brush. It takes off any little remnants of any hair that might be left on after you finish cutting a certain section. It pretty much clears the runway so you can see exactly what it is that you're fading. Right, so I've taken the guard off, so I'm just really dusting up those little bits of hair that I might have missed. As I've always said to people, you know, when you're doing a fade, just because you've done something once, it doesn't mean you can't go back over it. See, I'm switching the angle of the clipper all the time. If you're doing a south side, you've got to be able to do this. At the time, just using the corner of the clippers as well as the whole blade. Just taking off any tiny little bits I might have missed. I really feel the fade starting to come together now. Right, just going to dust it over with the 0.5 again, just round by the edges. Just want to get that nice smooth transition. And again, just taking the guard off. So I always think if you're going to improve yourself as a barber, you've always got to push yourself. As I said, this is a fade that, you know, it's pretty new to me, but really just trying to understand it. And yeah, I'm not going to make out I'm the greatest barber in the world, but you know, if I can share any kind of little nuggets of experience, then and you guys like it, then happy days. Right, gone back to the Gold FX. Just going to put a line in. And just using the Bluebeard razor just to help define that line a little bit more. And then, you know, just shaping that up on the front. Yeah, happy days. Hope you enjoy the haircut. Please don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. And have a good Christmas if I don't speak to you before.